Folks, can you hear me? Do you know if I could tell you what happened with this setting here? I've been I've been sitting for the last week, and every time that I'm speaking about this is not a conspiracy. I'm just telling you what just happened every time. So when I set up these live streams, I have to choose the camera that I'm going to use, and I have to choose the microphone that I'm going to use. And I religiously do the same procedure. It is in my subconscious already mounted in. And boom, I go in there and I do it every time. I did it today. But every time I touch on a subject that I know has the potential to shift hearts and minds, I'm not kidding you. This is what happens. This is what happens. We've been muted. I mean, granted, there is sometimes user error. Yes, this was no user error. I know what I was doing. I know where I clicked on. It's absolutely ridiculous. We're gonna have to go in later and edit this out. It's ridiculous that this keeps happening. So I'm gonna start over for you. For those who can't read lips, actually, I don't want to start over. I'm gonna start with where I ended because this is what I wanted everyone to hear. And I'm gonna say this before I go into the message. What I'm going to say makes me unpopular. It makes people unsubscribe from our channel, and it triggers people in a way that they oftentimes say, "I don't want to hear that. That's not true. That's not right." But I will also tell you this. I know this to be the truth because I'm living it in my own life. And I know those who realize this truth that I'm going to share with you are having monumental shifts, paradigm shifts in their lives. On a thumbnail that we put out today, you can see the year 2025 and you can see the question, what will happen? It's becoming much clearer what will happen. We are in a paradigm shift, and we have been in this paradigm shift in this current one since 2020. Up until 2020, we had a reactionary life. Most people had a reactionary life. They just reacted to the world around them. They just reacted to what politics, the economy did, to what their governments did, to what their families. Doesn't matter. They just reacted. But we have shifted. So many people have stopped reacting in 2020. They just stopped. They said, no, something is so off, so wrong. Something is so weird. It's so crazy, so synchronized. All the messaging, all in the world, the reactions, everybody was just saying the same thing. Everybody had just had one solution. And people were saying, no, 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 something is wrong. I just got to step back here. I got to listen to this here. I got to pray. I got to go to church. I got to, whatever, meditate. I have to stop. Something is wrong. This is wrong. And now, these same people, I'm talking to you, you know who I'm talking to. You have detached from the storyline enough to get a clearer picture. You have seen and heard what is wrong. You are now observing, still, as we all do, what is being put in front of us. And people think they can predict the future. I see it every day. They go on and say, I can predict the future. This is where they're going to take us. This is what we see in the movies. This is what we see on the news. This is what the World Economic Forum is saying. This is what the president is saying. This is what they're doing. Artificial intelligence, transhumanism, all that. But do you know what they're doing? They're trying to use your divine spark. And do you know what your divine spark is? Do you know what the greatest power is that the Creator gave you, God gave you? It's the power of your imagination. You know what that is? That is creation power. That is creation power. You know what they are doing? They have created, in their minds an end scenario, a future that is set. This is how we want it. Complete control over the populations by AI. Algorithms are going to run everything. They put it out there. And from that vision, they have been reverse engineering the path towards that future. And you know what we have collectively been doing? We've been either saying, sure, let's do the next thing. Let's get the next phone. Let's get the next tech. Let's jump on it. Oh, that's awesome. More AI. Oh, digital ID. Perfect. Or we have been saying no. But for those of us who've been saying no to that, it is not enough anymore. Do you know why? We need to reclaim the power of our imagination, our envisioning power, and realize that if we connect our envisioning imagination power to the Creator, to God, to the Divine Spirit, we ourselves can override the current program and create a new future. Because all that these entities are doing is using our power to do it. They're using our imaginative power to do it. Only we can do it for them. They're a handful. But you know why they are pushing AI so hard? Because AI has the ability to infinitely multiply their output. They just put the data into AI, and AI keeps pushing out and pushing out vision after vision, video, movie, music, articles, blogs, TikToks, reels, shorts, everything. They just push it out. So you're occupied with their vision. You're occupied with what they want. And you use your divine imagination to picture it out. And that's how it's created. This is what God gave us. It's a tremendous power, a tremendous gift, a beautiful, beautiful gift. But we have not been using it properly until now. And so, what will happen in 2024 or 2025 or 2023 even? We need to realize that we can create that, co create that together. And how we do it is we first envision a future that we would love to live in. Not just us, our children, our grandchildren. I want you to imagine the most vulnerable and the most innocent baby just born. What kind of world do you want that baby to live in? What circumstances would you create in your mind to ensure love and safety and abundance and freedom and health and all of the beautiful things for that baby? And when those circumstances, when that vision is created in your mind, then we have to put ourselves into that vision every single day. Imagine it, feel it, taste it, touch it, smell it, until it permeates every cell of our beings, until we become it with every fiber. No doubts, no nothing. This is what God truly wants us to do. This is what he's putting into our hearts anyways. And then from that vision, we reverse engineer the path together with our creator by allowing the creator to have a space within us, by allowing the thoughts to come through, the ideas, the creativity, the people, the circumstances, the means, and allow it all into our path and then walk that path. The future isn't set in stone. We don't have to let technology take over. We don't have to go down the dystopian path. But turn off the Hollywood, turn off the crap. They're putting one vision and one vision only out there. When there's, first of all, an infinite amount of possibilities, but second of all, when in your heart and in my heart and in the truest heart of hearts of most people, the future looks very different. Why don't we see that on the movie screens, in songs, in poems, in everything? Why don't we see the future in something beautiful, natural, amazing, loving? Because we've been conditioned to react. And that's why I said it is time to step into divine co-creation rather than reaction. We need to be the creators of our own future. I'm looking at the comments here. And why would God put dreams and visions and thoughts and ideas and love and a passion that survives all the attacks in your heart, if God didn't know that it is possible for us to together create it? Why would any loving parent do that? Why would you have a purpose in you if it wasn't meant to be lived on all levels? It's impossible. It's impossible for that to happen. And if you have a dream, and if you have a passion, a purpose, there must be a path that leads you to the fulfillment of that purpose. And if we, as the human family, have a purpose here, there must be a path to fulfillment of that purpose. I'm telling you, when you tap into that power, when you truly tap into it, you begin painting on the canvas of life rather than watching other pieces of art and just observing them. No, you become the painter on the canvas of life. And you don't do it alone. You do it with the magic spark, with the divine spark that the creator gave you. And you do it with the creator's inspiration. So what will happen in 23, 24, 25? Why don't we start asking, what will we create rather than what will happen? Why don't we start seeing it, feeling it, tasting it, smelling it? It's how everything that ever came to be began. And outpace AI, outpace the Klaus Schwabs and the psychopaths of the world. Just outpace him with our beautiful thoughts, with our beautiful co creation, with our collaborations, with our communication, with our conversations. You know what the word con means, actually? With. It means with. Let's do it with each other. Let's do this. I'm not giving in to a dystopian future. Never will I, not for a single moment. Thank you. Thank you. That's really all I came to say. If there's anything that we can do for those, it's an invitation. It's almost like a hard stop. This message stands on its own. It doesn't need what comes next. The next thing is an invitation. So it's not a this isn't really correlated. But if you feel that you need help with that, if you feel that you're almost at that point, but for some reason something's holding you back, we're getting together with a group of people on the beach at the end of March for a few days, and we're going to create some shift energy. And I understand this not for everyone, and I also understand a lot of you don't might not need that at all. You got it. But sometimes, for some people, that shift energy that's created together, that tapping into the true power, that going deep within, that focused energy over a number of days is exactly what they need. And if you feel inspired, just check out. We're having this YATO retreat. It's called You Are the One. Check it out in the description. If this speaks to you, we would love to have you. But let me say one thing very, very clearly. It's not a prerequisite for anything. Nobody needs the YATO retreat or they won't be able to make shifts in their lives. Nobody needs any retreat or any coach or they won't be able to make shifts in their lives. I don't believe that. I love, love, love experiencing this with people, but I don't believe I'm neither the start nor the beginning of it. I just believe for those who feel inspired at a particular time in their lives to do a particular thing, I love to help. We love to share, but we want you to know either way, this journey continues, and either way, you can do this. We have absolute faith in you, 100%. And YATO stands for You Are the One. That is true every single day. But if you do feel inspired, let us know. You can also send us an email to info@inspiredchannel.net. It's a wonderful experience. We love it. We can't wait. We only do it 2 times a year because of the intensity. because we go deep, we go strong, but it's absolutely amazing. All right, I just wanted to share this with you and thank you all. Uh, we appreciate you all so much and we love you. And we'll be back with you again very, very soon.